Hello, my dear friends and family. How have been? Hopefully, everything is going well, and I'm also well by the grace of Almighty. My dear friend, everyone knowing me about me, myself, Roni, I always try to make like that type of content so that people can get me very easily. And if anyone want to learning English and speaking English, this video will be also helpful for them. So that's type of things I always try to make so that people can getting help from my videos. So today also, my dear friend, the video will be very significant, very important, who are trying to do this type of activities in our surrounding, in our environment. My dear friend, this video is so much significant will be for them. Today will I chose a topic, my dear friend, how can people will be starting on YouTube. You know, my dear friend, in modern era, all over the world is going to under the internet. Without internet, we can't imagine our life. So nowadays, actually, the situation is going right like that. So when actually the future will become, everything will be adjusted with the internet. So without internet we can't making any type of things, my dear friend. Right now, if you want to look over whole around the world, my dear friend, people are actually not interested like television. Before that one, the radio was so much popular. Like when our father, when our grandfather was actually like us younger, that time they are using a lots of time, my dear friend, and they are spending their time with using the television, with the radio, with the tape recorder also. That type of things was on that time. But in our time, my dear friend, if you are notice that one, without mobile phone, without internet, we can't lead our life, my dear friend. We will be stucking. So this is the most important thing today I will describe about, or I will try to actually describe how can you will be start the YouTube. You know, my dear friend, YouTube is a very great impact on our life is falling. So without using mobile phone, without using this type of activities, my dear friend, we can't actually spend our day life. So day by day it's going more and more adjustable in our life. So what we have to do, my dear friend, if you are a student right now, this is the most important time for starting this type of things. Like you can be a content creator, you can be actually a motivational speaker, you can make a lots of things on YouTube, on social media, on Facebook, Telegram, and you know, my dear friend, people are also a huge amount of people are using the Instagram, TikTok, and like a lots of things actually in future will be comes to us like that type of things. Maybe this type of things will be more and more popular. We can't actually literally we can't say that YouTube is the last software whatever people all over the world are people are using. The Instagram is the last apps what actually people are using all over the world. The day by day the world will be updated, so you have to update, right, this type of literally throughout you have to go in throughout this type of things, my dear friends. So if you are a student, if you are a like under 25, 20, this is the exact time to starting the YouTube, my dear friend. You know, if you can gain this type of things, but you have to know first of all these things is about so passionate. You have to passionate. Without passion you can't actually stay this type of things. You will be starting like YouTubing, Facebooking, or like blah blah blah, but if you can't passionate yourself, and after 1 or 2 months if you stopping this type of things, people will be actually justify you like you have no any passion, you are not like stable person. So this type of things will be going to your environment in your society. So if you motivated yourself, you can do this type of things, then try to start. Otherwise don't no need to starting this type of things, my dear friend. So right now I am come a great place. A lots of people try to come this type of things, my dear friend, when they are getting the leisure time. I am also try to come this area. Behind me have a very big field. People are playing cricket on my behind, my dear friend. That's why maybe you can getting some sounds. So I'm sorry for that. Whatever I am saying like that. So if you are a student, try to start YouTubing right now. After 1 or 2 years later, my dear friend, you get the starting the getting the result, my dear friend. When or try to imagine if you can't making money from YouTube, let it go. No need any money from YouTubing. But if you can gain a subscriber, or if you can make a team on your YouTube, on your Facebook, then you can start your game, my dear friend. You can start your business on this on this software like YouTube. Lots of people are using the software. If you can make a product, you can also sell very easily on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram through this type of apps. So I am just trying to say, my dear friend, this type of things you can start right now, and after 2 or 3 years, or even it can take 5 years also. But you have to passionate. First of all, I am saying you have to passionate. Then you can getting the result. You know, don't actually. I am not saying you are starting very seriously YouTubing. You starting very seriously without or leaving your study. I just want to say you, my dear friend, part time try to do that. If can get a good result in your future, so you have not like any tension about your job, about your that type of work. You can making money by this type of things, or you can create a business of that. So there have a lots of chance to do something in your future. So that's why I am trying to motivate people so that people can starting this type of thing, my dear friend. As usual, myself, Roni, I am living in Bangladesh. You know, my dear friend, very well about me. But I chose the English language because I know a lots of people are living in our around, living our surrounding, and in whole over the world, or in Bangladesh perspective, my dear friend, people are making content like Bengali language. So if I also chose this type of things, or if I trying to describe anything in Bengali language, people can't interact about me. That's why I chose the English, because I know a huge amount of people in our country who are actually struggling to learning English or speaking English. That's why I chose this language, so that people also can getting me very easily. If they if they notice me how I am trying to learning English, how can I am speaking English, in how actually I am improving day by day. And people, if you are going my previous video, they also getting a lots of video where I was stuck. But right now, you know, my dear friend, this is the result of mine after 1 year later. I starting this type of things like before 1 year, and day by day I always try to making myself increasing my level also, and I always try to practice. You know, practice makes a man perfect. That's why I regularly practice, my dear friend, for speaking English. It can take, my dear friend, 2 or 3 hours. So it doesn't matter. When I'm getting the leisure time, I try to speak myself. It's no need any also, particularly any partner. I am alone, or I try to speak myself always. Like when I starting this type of things, my motive was I have to speak, means I have to speak, and I will be fluent one day. Right now I am not fluent. I am not a native speaker. Like I'm talking not like a native speaker, but one day will become, my dear friend. You will be see that I can talk. I will talk like a native, not native speaker. I will talk like fluently. So this is the things, my dear friend. And even if you are thinking my English is speaking is so much good, it's not good, my dear friend. I am also making the mistake on my conversation. So it doesn't need anything to think about people, what people will be think about you are, or whatever going through the situation. Try to do that. What you want to do, whatever you want to do, or where you want to go in your future, try to start right now. This is the things, my dear friend. So that's why I try to always people encourage, so that people can do this type of things, and they also be a great people in our surrounding, like our student and our future student, when we will be, so you are doing great things on social media, or you are try to doing good job in social media, they will be also encouraged, they will be impressed to see you, they will be starting good things. So we have to spread like that type of things by doing this type of things. So it will be very helpful for us. So hope this video will be very helpful for you, and try to do this, my dear friend. And I have to go right now, and I will make like that type of things, and I will come in front of you to making this type of videos. Until then, be safe and be happy, and try to do whatever you want to see you in your future. This is the conclusion of this video. So thank you. I have to wrap up now, and thanks for watching my videos, and try to stay with me, my dear friend, and subscribe my channel. If you subscribe my channel and make like, comment, it will be a lot to me. So try to do that, my dear friend, and until then, be safe. Thank you for watching my videos.